Double busy, getting busy, do. Yo, what's up, it's me, the Double Busy. So, we're gonna play as Jarl Eirikr Bjornsson, Bjorn Ironside's son. On the previous episode, Bjorn was not only poisoned by King Ela, but he was assassinated by an unknown assailant, probably one of King Ela's many agents. They ended up winning the war, so Eric's going home now to take care of the realm and try to get rid of raiders. Let's jump in and let's see what's going on. Jarl Eirikr Bjornsson is in a precarious situation. He has half a dozen vassals, 4 of them considered powerful, even though they don't really have the troops to back that up. So the 2 largest he's going to keep happy and keep them on his council. As for a lifestyle perk, he's martial, so he's going to need to do something to keep the order or keep the peace. It looks like he could gain some dread and control growth, even more dread and faction military power increases so they can't rise up against him, be able to hire mercenaries for cheap, have absolute control over the counties, and eventually have a little bit of stewardship to go with the control. So I think we're going to go with the Dread Tyrant route. He is calm, humble, and cynical. So even though he's going to be calm and patient, they say that his calmness is actually scarier than his outrage. And he's humble enough that he just asks the gods for guidance and help. He knows that people are self-interested, and so he's going to do everything he can to motivate them to align their self-interests with his interests. So we're going to go authority focus, and we're going to go with serve the crown down this way once we start getting some perks. As far as his realm goes, the limited tribal authority is still in place. For the military, it's the same for the champions and the men-at-arms regiments maintain, although I went in and forbid the steward and the chancellor because they're really low, so we can't afford to lose them. For the counselor, switched it up to make now my wife here in court politics, keeping people happy for a little while, and changed it so that Ileana, my mother, is the Hofgothi and also my court physician. And then I made sure that the powerful vassals are in counselor positions. In the court, there weren't any guests, made the mom the court physician. There weren't any intrigue or factions to speak of. For decisions, I'm going to raise a runestone, partially because you get some popular opinion and you get some piety. But look at that, 10 opinion for every vassal of your faith. So that's really important right now, considering how rough of a time we're going to have. And we're getting raided, so I'm going to bring the troops over here into friendly territory, see if I can disband them. If not, we're going to ride boats all the way home and womp on them to get rid of them so that they don't screw up our control growth. The war for the Sons of Lothbrok invasion of Northumberland is already over. Petty King Ela has been captured, and perhaps he'll be thrown in a pit of snakes like he did to Ragnar Lothbrok. So be it. Now, can we disband right here? Yes, we can, without penalty. Excellent. And now we can come home, raise the armies, and fight back against these raiders. So, let's pull up our military tab, our rally points, and the closest thing I'm thinking is this one right here. Go ahead and click on that, raise all armies here, get those out of the way, and start walking them this way immediately. Let's see how long this is going to take. Oh, there's a little timer right there. Please get there before the raiding. Oh, no, he got the raiding over with. Okay, well, we'll beat him down real quick. Our champion was wounded. That's not good. Cousin slain in battle. That's not good. I'm surprised we're not gaining stress because of that. Our champion Rolfer was wounded. Our champion Sturla was wounded. Wow. Okay, well, we got the raid loot recovered. That's good. But we got a lot of wounded people. That's not good. I'm going to go ahead and chase him down and eliminate him just to teach him a lesson. So they chased down the raiders back to their home castle, their home tribal lands, and now we will finish them off. Our champion was maimed. Boy, we're losing a lot of champions right now. There we go. And he's still running away, so we're going to continue to follow him. Oh, we're going to start losing men from casualties. Okay, well, let's go back to our territory, turn on the raiding, and come raid him. Or, better yet, declare a war, take captives, and eliminate them that way. So, we're going to do something. We're either going to conquer them, or we're going to steal some captives, or something. Better get payback. Interesting about the Confederate partition succession law is that now Jarl Eirikr has the Jarldom of Uppland, and Bergslagen, and Ostergotland. Those didn't exist before. Bjorn Ironside had not created those. So because of the amount of territory that he covered, those were automatically made. So I'm going to have to either conquer territories and make him a king, so they don't split among too many children, or use those to vassalize some of these people. And I think we're going to try that. Jarl Eirikr wants to vassalize Chieftain Thorfinn, but he will not accept, even though he is intimidated. Now, Eirikr could send him a gift, but then again, he just raided the lands, so he's not exactly on good terms. And some of the counties have a negative opinion of Eirikr simply because he's been at peace for too long. The Asatru believe in warmongering. That is one of their tenets. So, it's time to go to war. Declare war, and let's see, should we raid for captives or conquer county? Raiding for captives could get a lot of piety, but that wouldn't necessarily conquer the county. He doesn't have very much money, so the captives we get probably won't be worth very much. And if we simply execute them for piety, that's going to be a pretty small amount in terms of trying to reorganize the faith. We need to get a lot bigger to be able to capture all of our holy sites. So let's go ahead and conquer county. Well, as I marched in this way, apparently he sent his guys around the back on some boats. So let's hurry up and go over there and get him. You can see he's trying to run away, but my guy pulled his axe out, so it looks like we're definitely going to be able to battle. Our champion was wounded. We're going to have to recruit more champions. Okay, we won that battle. Let's go ahead and come in here. Let's recruit champions. Do I have enough? 150? Yeah. Send the herald. We need champions. Okay, who did we capture? Klaus? Is he ransomable? Nope. Alright, dude. Looks like you're going to end up being one of the first ones that gets executed for piety. Down his primary tribal holding, we'll get some loot out of it, and then we'll go to this one up here. Ooh, a valuable hostage. Who did we get? His wife and his son. Nice. Okay, that's 100% war score, but guess what? Oh, you know what? Only 3 loot? Okay, yeah. That's not actually worth it. Okay, let's go ahead and ransom her for 25. Yeah, that should be worth it. And then let's go up here into our court and our prisoners. When he respawns, then we'll be able to ransom his son. Good deal. Okay, and let's ransom the son for 36 out of 50. Yeah, close enough. Speed that up. Good, prisoner released. Can we ransom him? No, he doesn't have the 10 gold. Okay. This guy was swayed. Good, he's got a little better opinion of us. And the war score's not 80, not 100% anymore. So we'll go ahead and just finish the siege of this castle, or this tribal holding, take the loot, and then be done. And we're recruiting champions. We're getting like some 19s and some 20s. So that is really good. Alright, our conquest of Varmaland is over, so we're going to enforce our demands, get some fame, some prestige. So be it. That war is over. You are the new target of the West Geatish conquest of the chiefdom of Varmaland. Okay, so we're defending against somebody's conquest. We have low county control there. So let's go find our marshal and increase the control in Varmaland. Why is it not showing that? Control 0, okay. So I want to go control there. Maybe I cannot because we're in the middle of a war. We'll have to check that out. Or maybe I have to let it go like a day. I can imprison this lady for some reason. I guess she's a fornicator. So, sure. Might as well imprison her and then execute her and then get some piety out of it. Create the Kingdom of Sweden. Yeah, we're going to be doing that in just a minute. And fabricate a claim. I don't know about that right now. Above the domain limit. Okay, well, we'll probably get our wife to help. But for now, there's no penalty because it's a brand new acquired holding. So we'll hold off on that for just a second and try to mop up this war real quick. Alright, Klaus is one of our prisoners. We're thinking of executing him to gain some dread and some piety. Chieftain Thorfinn over here isn't going to like it, but he already dislikes me so much, he's not willing to vassalize anyway. So, sorry, Klaus. May you rest with the gods. Now, for Saga, for some reason, this is considered tyranny and they would all lose opinion. So I'm not going to be able to do that. But I could possibly recruit her if I like her. Which, not so much. So I'll gain a weak hook on her. And see if maybe she can help me work against this guy, if I ever need to. We had an event series where Mats was leading a group of deserters and trying to escape. But we caught them and we made them clean the latrines. So now we have an extra martial perk. I think we're going to try to do that thing where we combine the dread over here with the dread prestige over here. So let's go ahead and start that. Right, we're about to have a battle right here. It says that it's going to be pretty even because of defending in Taiga. So let's find out. Uh-oh. Demonstration of leadership. Alright, let me read this. So the Chancellor's been hanging around. He has a good opinion of me, so I don't really need to improve my opinion. So I'm thinking we should go greet some recruits and get levy reinforcement rates. Okay, back to the battle. Our champion got his head ripped off. Wonderful. Oh, I think that's the guy that was the guardian of my ward. So I'm going to have to re-educate my son now. Hey, well, we were victorious, but kind of paid a decent price. Chieftain Svein of Oland was also slain. Wow. We're not doing so hot. Well, I am over my domain limit, and getting my spouse to help isn't enough. So I looked at my champions and noticed that Sturla is scarred and wounded, and he's been fighting pretty hard for me. So I am going to grant him the title of Vermaland. Now he's my vassal. Well, I split my army in half thinking that I could bait him, and sure enough, I did, because now here I am getting whooped on. So hopefully my troops get there fast, and I can take them on. A little faster would be nice, but it's going to be too late. Well, Sturla was wounded. Again, he's not looking so hot. At least Mats did something. Overall, a victorious battle. Good. Looks like we captured a bunch of people, too. Including the Jarl himself. So, 100%. Nice. Now, how much would you be worth in a ransom? 100 gold. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to do that because your armies are pretty much toast. So I want the 100 gold. I could execute you. What would that come out as? Oh, yeah. Alright, well, Eric has decided that the gods would like to have Jarl Eirikr join them. He's going to execute him to teach everyone a lesson about attacking Upland, especially when Bjorn Ironside had just passed away. And now, it'll be that much easier to conquer them in the future. Well, apparently, Chieftain Solvi is an adulterer, so I can imprison him. Now, I'm going to lose a lot of opinion with him and his family, but I'm thinking I might be able to get a pretty good hook against him, too. I'm awaiting response, so there's another one that I was waiting for. I'll go ahead and speed this up. Justice, good. Where is Solvi? There you go. 100% will succeed. Spouse's skills did something. Okay, so now I can lawfully imprison him. Oh, I got a daughter. Let's make sure we put a little pin on her so we remember to educate her. And Bjorn Eriksson's also getting educated. Very good. Justice. Alright. So now they can both be ransomed. But let's check out this guy. 50 or a favor, getting a weak hook on him. Getting a weak hook on him might be good to prevent him from joining any factions. So let's go take a look, see what we have in terms of factions. He cannot join a faction. That's because he's imprisoned. Okay. So actually I could just leave him on house arrest. That might work. Let's see. Negotiate release. Move to dungeon. What kind of imprisonment is he in right now? Known criminal. Imprisonment and revoked title. How is he imprisoned? Let's go to court. Prisons. Imprisoned for 11 days. I don't know how to move him to house arrest. Oh, he's already on house arrest to the dungeon. So I think I'll leave him there for a little bit and think about it. Might get 50 gold out of him. That's not a whole lot. The weak hook might actually be better. Then get the 10 gold from her. And then, because he is her liege, clearly they were the ones messing around. And then what I'll do is negotiate his release. But rather than banish, I'm going to gain a weak hook on him. He'll accept. And then I can renegotiate our feudal contract. Okay, got a favor. And now, let's see what we've got here. Can we go into our realm and tribal? Oh no, because it's not a feudal contract because we're tribal. So we can't do it that way. But we have a weak hook on him, and there are different things we can do. I guess I could use a hook to re-imprison him. Interesting, I'll have to check those options out. Chieftain Solvi in line. I'm going to have his daughter come learn how to be a good steward. Alright, we're sieging down one of his tribal holdings, and that's about to finish, and now we can run up here and try to get him. Alright, as we came toward him, we were able to catch up and start a war. Alright, our Chieftain Sturla was slain. That's not good. Well, I guess we got that county back. Poor Sturla. Now, victory is going to be ours, but at the cost of Sturla's life. We, our champions, sure do get hurt a lot. We need to get more men, and we need to have, like, extreme numbers and superiority on the battlefield. We caught up to a few more of their warriors as we were going, so we're winning another battle, and that's going to tick up our war score. Alright, very nice. Now we're at 89%, we should be able to siege one tribal holding and be done. Well, he decided to move his troops up that way, and I came running after him, so you're going to get what you asked for, buddy. And we wiped him. Now we can finally 100% war score, enforce demands. Alright, that war's over, and now it's time to clean up and administrate. The level of fame, very nice. Alright, once again, we are over our domain limit, so we're going to have to grant a title. My favorite thing to do is go into my champions and find a champion. Now, this guy, and this guy all like me, but that's just because they're grateful. And in fact, he's ambitious, so I definitely don't want him. But I think what I'm going to do is go with Ingjald, because he's an insightful thinker, and that's what we need to advance our civilization, is learned people who are thinkers and theologians. He's not a very good warrior anyway, so go ahead and come off the battlefield and go into the court. Now here's another oddity. Unraised men-at-arms minus 1.29. So if we go in and we raise all the armies, and then we split them up to get the men-at-arms out. I hate it when it does that. I don't know if that's my mouse or the game or what. Wow, that's annoying. Okay, we can disband all those. And then over here, there should be 3. There we go. Now, when we go up here, we're getting minus 0.6 for raising them, but that's losing half as much because we're tribal. So basically, it's better to have them raised than not raised. While they're raised, we might as well go raiding. So let's raise a few more troops. Raise local army? Yeah, sure, just to make sure we've got enough. Go ahead and combine. Turn on raiding. And go raid. We need a little bit more gold in order to create the kingdom of Sweden. Sishala was a particularly keen woman, understanding that future leaders should be friends. So I thought it best for Bjorn and Raffen to become friends, because Raffen is in line for 3 counties, sure to be a powerful vassal. Alright, we got the hard rule perk, which means our dread gain goes up, and our faction military power threshold for vassals also goes up, so it's going to be harder for them to form factions. Now it's time to switch over to diplomacy. Let's go with majesty to get the prestige. Oh, I can't switch? Let's go back and take a look at ourselves real quick. When can we switch? 873, February 10th? Oh, we're almost there. Okay, let's just wait a couple days while we're raiding. There we go. Now we can change to diplomacy, majesty for the prestige, and August is the line we're going to go down to combine with that dread. Jarl Bjorn offered a meeting between my son Bjorn and his son Magnus to create a friendship for the future. He's a very educated man, very intelligent, so I believe that's a delightful idea. Looming Friendship. The arranged meeting is the perfect opportunity to craft the foundations of a long-lasting friendship. Should be very careful when planning the encounter. Magnus should come. We would lose gold, but being the host will allow us to influence the meeting. Or Bjorn can visit there. I won't be able to influence, but the dynasty will gain 50 renown. Go see how much money we're making in our raiding. We've got 75, and that's just enough to pay for it, but not enough for us to create the kingdom, so Bjorn can go ahead and visit them. They finally returned. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. Magnus and Bjorn did not seem to have much in common. What's truly irritating about this entire affair is I was not even able to learn much from it. Oh no. Okay, well, we got a little bit of diplomatic lifestyle, but they weren't able to become friends. My raiders return home from some heavy sieging and raiding, and we get 75 gold. Now, I can disband this group, and we will be able to afford the Kingdom of Sweden. But I need to bring them back up so that we're not losing because of unraised men-at-arms. So, let's go right here, raise them, split off any new armies. You know what? I wonder if that's because they're still being raised. Yeah, bowmen, pikemen, light footmen, disband, and now you guys can stay raised and I'll still gain lots of prestige. Let's also give them a commander, and let's make it, he's busy, I'm busy, let's make it Gnupa. In the fall of 873, nearly 6 years after the beginning of the game, and about 5 years after his father's death, Jarl Eirikr becomes King Erik. Double busy, getting busy,